All right, y'all. Two peas in a bong in the building again. It's your boy DP.
And mine is your boy KP. It's your boy Bong. Hot as fuck.
Yeah, man. We just had another little mishap with the audio. I was telling you about the flag football shit at UCLA with my daughter and how
True.
that shit was on the turf. You know, that shit adds like an extra 10 degrees on whatever it already is. So it was hot as shit out there.
Yeah.
Feet burning through the motherfucking shoes
Like
and
a
shit.
motherfucker. Yeah.
But dumbass motherfucker was walking around with shoes, and it nigga had the nerve to hit you with the like
Nigga, put your shoes on.
Motherfucking shit.
What Skip tells Shannon? Put your damn glasses.
Put your glasses on. I'm an Evan Hall of Fame, Skip.
Hey, that shit will never not be funny.
Man.
Put your glasses on. What the fuck is wrong?
Shit.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness, bro. That shit was too funny. That was classic. That shit basically ended Skip.
ended the relationship. Working and otherwise.
Oh man. Shout out to Shannon Sharp for being a professional for like the next 2 months after that. Wow.
Right.
They was coming to work and probably not even looking at each other before they go. Fuck.
Oh man. Well, somebody tell Skip. Right. At least they wasn't doing that shit on air. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh man. But man, speaking of that shit, I heard Undisputed went off or whatever, but I heard that Skip was trying to get, I'm saying Skip like I know this motherfucker. Skip Bayless was trying to get Lil Wayne on some shit so they could continue the show.
Apparently he about to do some shit on his own. And he said he's gonna be unhinged now because they were holding him back while he was at Fox talking all that bullshit he was talking.
Oh shit!
Like, I can't wait to hear the unhinged version. But he's gotta market it a certain way because motherfuckers wasn't really feeling his ass anyway. So now to get the people back locked in, like this motherfucker spider senses is tingling because all the shit that's going on with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
We ain't even got to bury the lead, man.
Yeah.
Top of the morning, Dak Prescott gets signed to a new deal, a new contract extension, 4 years, $240 million. That's $60 million per year.
And I remember a nigga that I've known for quite some time saying that it was gonna be 60 million.
60 million.
Okay, so
60.
All right.
And not a dollar. And listen, the funny thing is, y'all got a bargain at 60 million, right? Here's the crazy part: how Dak just be taking these motherfuckers to the woods. Shit, 231 million guaranteed. God, good gracious, good gracious.
Well, I mean, he said he wanted to be a cowboy for life, so
gonna get his wish.
Look like that. Whoa!
Speak on it.
Hold on, somebody has entered the building. Are we happy with that?
Hey!
I thought this nigga.
What's up, man?
I thought this nigga KP was.
Yeah, we in the building, man.
Yeah.
We in the building. Come on, man.
Hold on, let me try to adjust a little something.
It's wicked in these streets.
We can't have him all the way at the bottom. I don't know if I like that arrangement. Hold on.
What we on?
Hold on. Let me let y'all go at it while I fix something real quick.
Hey, Kev, it's a good day for me, man. I'm enjoying it, bro. I'm enjoying it. Dak got his money. I'm mad that they made him fight for his money. But when it's all said and done, the deal got done. Dak got paid. Rightfully so. Well deserved. Every single penny. I say it over and over. he should be getting side money from the NFL, from ESPN, from Fox Sports, all these news and media outlets because of the coverage that he provides off of his name.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason that in the NFL, where Patrick Mahomes has won 3 Super Bowls and been to 4, that Dak Prescott should get more coverage than Pat Mahomes.
Well, I mean, it also has to do with the market and the team. He plays for America's team.
Right. I get that. But what I'm saying is, because of that, for that reason alone, and the pressure that comes with that, right? The eyeballs that come with that, the negativity that comes with that, he should be the highest paid quarterback in the league, and it shouldn't even be close.
Hmm.
Nobody is under more pressure than the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
Did Romo go through this when he was there?
Absolutely. And he should have been the highest paid as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He now he didn't have to fight for his money. Now Jerry Jones didn't make him, tap dance and shoo-hoo and jigaboo for his money.
Let me see your best combination.
Just like I thought.
That ain't shit.
But the media scrutiny was there.
Yeah.
So with Dak, I respect him because no hometown discounts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're gonna have to pay me top of the market. And do it now, because in the offseason that number goes to 65.
Yeah.
So 60, and I don't know if y'all watched a lot of football today. It was some bad quarterbacks out there.
Oh, nigga. Yeah.
It was some bad quarterbacks. It was some bad receivers.
Oh man, don't.
It was some bad running backs. It was some bad offensive linemen.
Yo,
it was some bad coaching.
Yeah.
Yo, let me just say, I got a total of 9.5 points from Sam Laporta and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Goddamn.
What the fuck? Not even 10 points, nigga. Not even 10 fantasy points.
Yeah.
So I'm only up by 40 going into tomorrow, and oh boy, I'm going against has San Francisco's defense. And who did most motherfuckers pick number 1 overall in their fantasy drafts?
CMC.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if 40 is gonna stand up.
It should.
It could.
Yeah.
It could, but a motherfucker like Saquon Barkley scored
33.
The
first 3 touchdowns for
30
Philly, right?
Yeah, and if they didn't get cute, he would have had 4.
Oh
right.
Yeah.
They tried to tush push.
Yeah.
On the goal line.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So we had the previous highest paid, fully guaranteed contract, Deshaun Watson, who had been guaranteed $230 million. Dak Prescott eclipses that by $1 million. And then the Cowboys went out there and commenced to whooping on Deshaun Watson's ass in the game. So, a lot of the pundits, a lot of the analysts were saying like, hey, Cleveland should beat the Cowboys, that defensive line of Cleveland's with Myles Garrett and all these, all these young whippersnappers, should be able to run down on Dallas and Dak and his mediocre run game and the subpar receivers.
Man, they're gonna have to let that nigga Rico Suave get off a little bit more, man. Like, I know they trying to have an even balance between him and Elliott, but
you want to hear the crazy thing?
Let me hear the crazy thing.
I think the Cowboys kind of chilled after halftime.
Oh no, I know that. No, they chilled halfway through the third quarter.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah.
I put a bet in on them, a live bet.
Oh wow.
A fourth quarter joint or
No,
what?
no, no. It was in third quarter. It was third quarter, and damn, what were they up? Ah, shit. I think it was 29 to
It was 27-7.
Still 20. Yeah, something. Yeah, 27-7. So
Niggas only score.
it was.
What you bet?
So basically, they had to win by 19 and a half. So they had to win by 20. And then the other one, and then it lowered to 16 and a half. And I was like, man, I'm taking action on this one. Cool.
Okay.
And you realize, and so they not only did Dallas take their foot off the gas, but on a 4th and 8 in the fourth quarter, inside the red zone, the Cleveland Browns, what's his name? Deshaun Watson rushed for 9 yards to give them 1st and goal, and they end up getting the touchdown. F the money up, man.
Yeah.
F my money all the way up. But yeah, I was looking at it like, man, Dallas should destroy these guys. Dallas could have probably beat them by 30.
So you said it was 16 and a half that it dropped to?
It dropped to 16 and a half. It was one that was not. I took the 19 and a half one first. And then when it dropped to 16 and a half, I said, oh, this is easy. I'm already bought into the 19 and a half. Let me get this easy money of the 16 and a half.
Yeah, that's 16 and a half. They won by 16, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But if they just hold him on the 4th and 8,
it's over.
He takes off.
It's over. Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey man.
Yeah. Happened to me twice today.
It gets better.
Oh, happened twice, man. Happened with the Rams. Better. Happened with the Raiders Chargers as well.
Raiders still look like the Raiders.
Yeah.
Hey. And
quarterback issue.
Man, that's what you beat me to it. Everybody's saying, "Oh man, don't sign Dak, don't sign Dak." Look at Daniel Jones in New York.
Man,
look at Gardner Minshew in Vegas. Look at Kirk Cousins with all his weapons.
Right.
Well,
even though I think
Kirk Cousins, he's still coming back from the injury. Yeah, he's still coming back.
Well,
from injury.
I don't know how many years he has to get back in the fold. I know, I told y'all it's that 2-year situation, but he already got somebody on his heels,
on his bumper.
He does.
So,
I mean, the only thing he got going in his favor is the money.
They paid him, but I mean, as we've seen,
teams will move on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So if there was one, if you had to narrow it down to one quarterback who was just lackluster today, who would you say that it was, and why?
Why do we have to stop at one?
No,
Will Levis,
because he already. Hey,
Will Levis.
Oh my God!
Hey, I'll tell you. Listen,
I can't pull myself to call him Levis, man. That nigga's Levi.
My nigga Levis was like, "Fuck this shit." Hey, that's basically what it looked like, right?
Hey, was that the pick six?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
What in the fuck?
That was a frisbee.
Hey,
that nigga out there throwing frisbees.
In that same game, boy wonder, Caleb Williams.
Yeah. Oh man. And y'all know I told y'all I drafted him, but of course I drafted Prescott too, so I started Prescott.
He looked terrible with all them weapons. They said, "Oh man, this is gonna be the next, this the next big thing. He's about to come light the NFL on fire."
Man,
and you know what? I fell for it.
Bill Belichick. They interviewed Bill Belichick, and he said, "Let's pump the brakes on this guy. He was 10 out of 20, 50% completion rate in the preseason when NFL defenses are playing vanilla defense. Pump the brakes. He's a rookie."
Yeah.
And lo and behold, and that's why I was so mad at Tennessee. Y'all had the game. Y'all had the game. Y'all was up 17-0 and just let the Chicago defense walk y'all down. Caleb Williams ain't do shit.
No. And I get it. They interviewed him after the game, and
he gets the game.
He had the game ball. And,
he's he is the first rookie selected overall number one pick to win since 2002.
I know. I
Yeah.
know.
Hey, and then
But
what about? And I know you was telling me something. You giving me some stat about Bo Nix. What happened with him?
Man, you know what, man? I think Bo Nix is going to be all right. I
What
actually
happened
do.
to him today is what I'm asking you.
Man,
Let me
shit.
take a look. Don't worry.
hey, wait. hey, because it was a couple niggas who was the bus driver.
Oh,
That was he played the bus driver. Yeah, he played the bus driver.
Hey, what was he driving today? What was Big Gino driving today?
Oh, wow, Gino.
Hey,
Gino. Let's see.
because that was the matchup, right?
Yeah, that was the matchup. Yeah.
And then we kept talking about Pittsburgh's situation, and Fields had to get out there and go.
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't score offensively though.
They
Shout out to
didn't.
Boswell.
So, and they still got the W, right?
Yeah, shout out
So
to
this nigga
Boswell.
is 1-0 as a starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, and the guy that they got rid of him for, Caleb Williams, it was that defense.
Yeah, both of them look the same.
Shit, boy.
So yeah, your boy Bo Nix had gosh, goodness gracious. 26 for 42 for 138 yards. That's ridiculous. 2 interceptions. That's ridiculous. That's unacceptable.
That's a lot of checkdowns, man.
They touted this nigga like he was the most NFL ready quarterback. Sean Payton and had all his minions within the media letting you know, like, hey man, Bo Nix is the next big thing. He might win Rookie of the Year. Okay, slow down.
Nah, it's gonna be Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels looked good in a losing effort.
Yeah.
Again, let's slow down
on all the rookies.
On all of them.
Yeah.
Now one of them looked good. Even Jaden Daniels. Let me see what Jaden Daniels do. 17 to 24 for 184.
I mean, rushing.
Got his money on the ground when the game was out of hand, right? Like y'all was getting handled by Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay ain't world beaters.
Nah, but what's his name played? Baker Mayfield played his ass off.
Yeah. You can do that against a Swiss cheese defense. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to tell niggas, like, hey, Dan Quinn, go over there, and I want to see you make an impact immediately, right? And I don't think he could. But you know who did? I think old boy from Seattle. He was the Ravens defensive coordinator. Right? McDonald.
Yeah.
I think we saw some immediate impact being made over there. Look at what Bo Nix, again, look at Bo Nix stats. You know? But we'll see, man. It's a long season. As of right now, I'm happy that the Cowboys are 1-0 because, you know, especially coming off of Dak getting paid. I have been telling, and I will continue to tell anybody that will listen, the best kicker in the NFL no longer resides in Baltimore. As a matter of fact, on Thursday Night Football, he missed a 50-something yarder.
Yeah, he did.
Justin Tucker.
Yeah.
The best kicker in the NFL resides in Dallas.
Aubrey.
Butter.
But man, so
Aubrey.
Before we got on,
hit that 66 yarder that they took away.
Game.
But before we got on, Ubang was talking about they should have let him kick the 71.
71.
They should have.
Yeah.
He's on my fantasy team as well, so I'm a little biased.
Of course,
on many of mine. And the thought process behind it when they went back and talked about it was they didn't want it to come up short,
right?
And then create a return at the end of the
and it be some crazy shit, and then motherfuckers get a touchdown, and now all of a sudden this nigga look like a buffoon.
Right.
Like why wouldn't you just punt the ball? You're gonna try a 71-yard. You know, that's one of those. You know, you're either a genius or a dumb fuck. So he was like,
Leon
I'll
Lett.
be the genius.
But
Leon
listen,
Lett.
I mean, I'll leave this alone and not be either one. I'll just be the
But you know what
regular
I didn't
nigga
like
who
about that?
make a conventional call.
I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like about that is so you put Dak Prescott out there for another play and he got hit on that play. He threw an incomplete pass, but I'm saying, but he took an extra hit that he wouldn't have had to have taken had you just did something else. Don't risk your quarterback.
Yeah.
Don't set him up
That's
because
just
Yeah,
paid.
no, true. So
Because
look,
because
I won't try to be the genius, but I'll be a dumb fuck on the next play.
hey,
yeah,
And
like
have my
because-
quarterback try a Hail Mary.
you want to hear something crazy? That's a similar play that injured Jordan Love.
Right.
He was trying to get a ball downfield, got
Yeah.
sandwiched, or got stuck in between a high low tackle, and
he's out for what now?
like 3 to 4.
Okay.
3 to 4 weeks. The best case scenario happened for him.
So I was talking to one of the other parents on my daughter's flag football team, right? And it came up, I was like, well, who would you roll with right now if you're Green Bay? Because they picked up what's his name from the Titans. Right?
Oh,
you're not talking about Super Mario.
He got drafted. It was him and Levis who were like going back and forth. Malik Willis. So I think they got Willis.
I thought he played on the team today.
Man, I gotta confirm, man. I gotta confirm. Anyway, so the question was, who do you pick up if you're Green Bay? Like, who would you roll with? Is there somebody on the street right now, a QB that's a vet that just recently stopped, that you say, hey man, I'll take him and roll with him for like 5 weeks?
Oh, my bad. I'm tripping because he was the back. That's why I'm sitting there. I'm wondering, like, why the fuck do you say his name? He's already the backup. I thought you said they picked him up like
no. They already got him.
Yeah.
They already got him.
He ended up coming in and throwing a duck that was supposed to be the help.
Yeah. So they already
that was
got
terrible.
him. But I'm like, would you roll with him, or would you pick up another vet that's already proven, but let's say recently retired? He said, man, one of the first names was, man, where's Chase Daniels? I said, well, that nigga's on the facility with Acho.
Then TV now.
Then he said Tannehill. I said, I'd probably roll with somebody like a Tannehill.
I was gonna say that. Like, hey, make Willis fight it out because he was fighting it out with Tannehill in Tennessee. But Tannehill, his best days are behind him. I think Flacco signed.
But we ain't talking about for a whole season, right?
The thing is, a lot of the guys that you can actually pick up, they're on rosters. Yeah. Flacco's playing for somebody. Jameis Winston's playing for somebody. And you don't need a quarterback that's going to be a run dominant or run first quarterback because you have all those weapons out there. You need a quarterback that's going to toss that motherfucker around, So we'll see. But Willis ain't the way. Willis ain't gonna make it happen. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
But I'm glad that Jordan Love wasn't hurt season ending. Because you never want to see somebody go down like that. And that's why I'm also glad that he got his money before he got on the field. But
then on the flip side, you got people like the owner side of the game. They're probably like, fuck. But that's the risk you take, right? When you paying motherfuckers like that. But Green Bay, they may be in some trouble.
Especially, Detroit snuck out of their home opener with a win.
Snuck is an understatement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even want to revisit that, man. I told y'all what happened with Amon-Ra and Laporta.
Hey, look, this is a crazy game. Your boy, what's the receiver out there with the Rams? Nakua.
Puka Nacua.
Oh yeah,
He gets hurt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp, like, nigga, this is my shit. Y'all niggas forgot about me.
Hey, he
Oh,
was
man.
balling.
Went
Y'all
off.
niggas forgot about Dre, huh?
Went off.
He was balling.
Went
Cooper
off.
That
Kupp
one
said-
toe tap he had, man, that shit was.
Yeah.
He was balling.
Yeah.
Went off.
Man, we had some stuff that we want to get to, right, Kev? What was it? Because I think we just been kind of going around the league a little bit, but
Oh
No,
man.
I mean,
So
in general,
yeah, look,
it was funny shit because he was just throwing out like the mock headlines.
oh yeah. Just okay.
Yeah.
So one of the headlines was even the police couldn't stop Tyreek Hill from speeding through
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Listen.
Even the police couldn't stop Tyreek Hill. Yeah.
From
And
speeding-
he did the handcuff celebration. You know what I'm saying? Scored the touchdown, did the handcuff celebration. What the fuck? That
Yo.
whole thing sound like some bullshit.
like it's almost like it's staged or some shit.
Right.
You know, and then Drew Rosenhaus is on the scene. Like, of all your clients, why the fuck are you here with Tyreek? Like,
Right.
is he your biggest client? Because he was in the stadium. They
No, I
interviewed
know.
him before the game. Like,
He's like, what happened? We were just in the club with some hoes. I mean,
and cocaine, right? Some booger sugar, and the fuck is going on?
oh man.
That's crazy.
Nah,
bro.
yeah, that shit
They
just
had my
sound-
man laying on the street,
right.
laying on the street, laid
And
out.
and a couple of his teammates, I mean, it was right by the entrance to the stadium. So a couple of his teammates like, what the fuck, bro? Is that
Yeah,
They say Calais Campbell,
yeah.
D lineman for the Miami Dolphins, actually went over there to try and help out and de-escalate the situation. He got tied up.
Hey,
Oh,
what was funny is
Woo.
oh man, while they were interviewing what's his name? It's slipped my mind. Rosenhaus.
Yeah.
Rosenhaus was like, yeah, I don't want to put anyone else in the situation, but I did hear Calais Camp. I'm like, damn, nigga,
Yeah.
you just said it. Like,
Hey, and I know it was hot in Miami, but boy, that motherfucker was sweating like a hooker in church.
yes,
Hey,
nigga.
Drew Rosenhaus, I'm talking about.
Why the fuck?
He was drenched.
Hey,
That's that cocaine and
hey,
alcohol.
he was talking too much, man.
yeah.
The cocaine. and
It was in real time. He didn't have time to rehearse it.
Shit.
They didn't have time to rehearse, man.
Hey man, you a Asian. You an attorney.
and you
It's
knew,
like
after
like
that event, Tyreek was going to have a good game.
oh yeah.
And I was
And Waddle got hurt too.
he knows it was short lived. Waddle got off too.
Okay.
But again, like I said, Tyreek Hill, he doesn't even need to touch the ball that many times
Yeah.
to get off. He got an 80-yard
Pause.
touchdown. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like, I mean, he didn't even have that many touches, but one 80-yard strike, he
Yeah.
gets it with defenders, with two defenders on him. And
No.
he didn't
And
outrun
stayed in
him.
bounds.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hey, it's some slam dunks, you know, in for fantasy football.
No, yeah, he's one of them.
Tyreek is one of them.
He's
It's
one of
it's one touch can get you an 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah, he's man.
Just
They-
imagine if Tyreek, Waddle, A-Chain.
Oh, I
Mostly-
had A-Chain.
I
A-Chain
have-
is nice.
He
Damn.
did cool.
But what I'm saying is just imagine if they had like a top tier quarterback. I think Tua was like middle of the pack. But
As,
just imagine-
as the kids say these days, mid.
But just imagine if they had a Pat Mahomes or,
Oh yeah.
you know, what everybody says Joe Burrow is, which he looked real regular today.
or Josh Allen. Look at who want to take the breath.
Hey, listen, man.
Hey, look, wait, hold on.
Hey, I'm telling motherfuckers, he is a great running back. He's a running back with a great arm.
Okay.
Like, he showed it today. Like, he's a running back. Like, I can't put it any other way. Yes, eventually, when you wear the defense down and they're trying to figure out how to stop your big ass from running,
Mm-hmm.
things will open up. But it's a pass to this person, a pass to that person. He doesn't need a number one wide receiver. He never did, because that's not like, he's not going to take advantage of that. It's, I'm gonna run first, and then once we open up some of these passing lanes, and you go play ball. Keon Coleman looked good today.
Yeah, I got Keon Coleman on my squad.
Keon Coleman looked good today.
And shit, while we talking about Allen, his former number one,
Diggs
did cool in his new home with the Texans.
But that's,
So,
hey,
with
listen,
CJ Stroud.
I'll say this. For everything we say about all these quarterbacks, CJ Stroud has an abundance of weapons, and he's taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
Man.
It
Nico,
don't seem like it's gonna be a second year slump with him, man. It seems
Nico,
like
go get off. Diggs, go get off. Tank Dell, eventually go get off. Mixon,
yeah.
Mixon is killing. Oh man,
Mixon had $150 today.
Oh man, what do you have? Like 29 carries?
Hey, man,
It's very similar to a Cincinnati type deal.
For every 2 bad games today, it was 1 good game. And that Texans Indianapolis game was good. Anthony Richardson, he's Cam Newton as far as like body mowing the motherfucker over. He had somebody had him tackled at the 2-yard line. He just walked that motherfucker into the end zone.
Yeah. Got in there.
But he's inaccurate.
Did you draft him, KB?
Not this year, man.
Okay, because I thought you were talking about you wanted to, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay, did anybody in your family's fantasy league get him?
Absolutely. I think it was Kalai.
Did he start him?
I have to check.
Okay.
Let's see.
I mean, you could check.
Well,
you
feel me though?
You said he's inaccurate, but
he's inaccurate.
He threw a good deep ball today though.
He had one, but
he had 2.
Adonai Mitchell.
Yeah,
Adonai Mitchell.
He connected with him twice,
but he overshot him 2 or 3 times.
Okay,
he's inaccurate, and it's the thing I keep saying about. Hey, listen, man, I love the black quarterback, but the black quarterbacks that are one read and run, I believe their mind is processing the game way too fast. So they can't throw with anticipation. They don't have great touch. It's like everything's a bullet pass, right? And a lot of times they're inaccurate. Lamar Jackson. You saw Lamar Jackson on Thursday, you know what I'm saying, miss wide open guys. Like, and I'm not knocking them, but these guys that are ready to jump out the window after their first read, a lot of times, man, is because they can't sit in the pocket and watch plays develop. Their mind is moving too fast. So they're like, okay, bump it. As soon as if I don't see my tight end, I'm jumping out the window.
I don't even know if it's their mind is moving too fast. I think it's just a thing of you like, man, I can get these yards. Why am I sitting here when I'm not going to sit here and wait for this to open up. It's 1, 2, I'm out. I'm not waiting.
The same reason that Pat Mahomes, and again, I'm not trying to use Pat Mahomes as a reference or a comparison, but he can jump out the window. He
But he doesn't run like the other ones, though.
Yeah,
he don't run like that.
Not quite.
But
not quite. What? He has enough. He got enough to get away.
But guess what?
You know what I'm saying?
But guess what? Anytime they need a for sure go get it play, when he runs, they don't catch him. And it looks like he's running like a little baby that's a cartoon character or something. But that motherfucker scoots for 20, 30 yards in big moments. Man. Like, hey, man, it's 4th and 2, 4th and 3. You got to defend everything else, right? You got to defend every other weapon that he has that he could go to. And as soon as the defense turns their back, Mahomes is gone for 20 yards. So, again, he can run, but he doesn't it's not his first option. So yeah, it's great. I'll liken it to Shador Sanders at Colorado, right?
Yeah, he's not really a running quarterback.
But he can.
Yeah,
He
can,
chooses
but he's
not
really-
to.
Yeah,
Right? Like, I wish you would mix it in a little bit more, but I respect that because he's like, no, I'm going to show you that I can do it with my arm.
yeah, and they what I tell y'all, I said white folk around the nation are rejoicing
And some
with
black folks.
Yeah, and that's what Ubach said, and some black folks
Hey,
with that Colorado loss.
the Colorado thing with Deion is a, you scratch my back, I scratch your back situation. Colorado, Deion Sanders, his sons have made Colorado so much money.
Yeah.
Right? They've brought in so much money, even just the attendance at the school, right? Enrollments at the school are up,
Mm-hmm.
right? They basically funded, like the economy in Boulder.
Yeah.
In exchange for me to play AAU football with my son, Travis Hunter, and this other kid.
Come
Damn.
on,
Horn
Horn
Jr.
Yeah, Horn. Yeah.
Right? Deion is like, listen, man, I want to play 7-on-7 football, all skill guys. We ain't got no big guys, all skill guys. Like, let me come out here and play 7-on-7, AAU, daddy ball. And in turn, I'll boost the economy. It was a handshake deal. I wouldn't be surprised if Deion leaves after this year because his son is gone and Travis Hunter's gone. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
To the NFL.
I don't know where the fuck he would go, but I think he was there for a short time. He's what'd he say? We here for a good time, not a long time, nigga. So I think once his son is gone, he has no reason to stay there. He clearly can't build a winning program. These motherfuckers had the same issues this year that they had last year. Your
Yeah, that
offensive line is terrible. You can't block for your son. You're gonna get him killed. And your defensive line can't get pushed. So you get run on every Saturday. It was a play where and this is how you know that Deion's not out there coaching, he's out there playing daddy ball. It was a play before the half. Colorado has the ball. Shador gets sacked. They have like 2 or 3 timeouts left. They have all their timeouts left, and it's like 25 seconds left. It took Deion 10 seconds to call the fucking timeout, probably because he was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on with his son. Like, hey, nigga, let somebody else figure that out. Call the timeout. Like, you burnt 10 seconds off of precious time because you looking over your shoulder to see what's going on with your son.
Did they
You
settle
can't
for?
do
Did
that
they?
as the head coach.
What
Did
happened?
they try to kick a field goal after that and miss?
Yeah,
it?
they ended up kicking the field. I think they missed it.
Yeah,
What happened
yeah.
with Colorado? What's their record prediction?
I don't know, but the book is out on them. Like,
Do they make a bowl game?
hell nah.
I think that
No.
I'm gonna go with they win 5 to 6 games. 5
Okay,
games.
that's not a bowl game. I
Maybe.
think you need. I think seven gets you consideration.
But here's the thing, though. Again, they struggled with North Dakota State.
True.
Could have lost.
Could have almost lost.
Could
Right?
have lost.
The blueprint is out. I don't care how good Travis Hunter is. I don't care how good Shador is. Shador is actually a great quarterback. That motherfucker can make
he's really good.
throws.
Yeah,
He can make throws off different levels, different platforms. Like,
he has NFL talent.
he has NFL talent, but we
Yeah.
can't see it because this motherfucker's on his ass
Yeah,
15 times a
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Like, this motherfucker's line won't hold up.
Hey man, so what we see is toughness.
Dan, listen, it's a thin line. It's a thin line, bro.
If Deion Sanders decided to stay, and had like even if it was like a 5-year plan or something, I think he could turn around a program. I really do think that he could. I do, because the kids know that they're gonna be seen. It's gonna be a different type of vibe, a different type of environment. They're gonna be on TV and all of that kind of stuff. The money's gonna be around there, all that. If that's what you're worried about, unfortunately, it's a lot of shit other than football that
Yeah.
that kids are more concerned with at this point. So that kind of the business side of it is really, really kind of mixing shit all the way up. But it is what it is. It's the nature of the beast right now. But in this, I do think if it was a 5-year situation, that he could turn the program around. But if it's like you say, if he's not going to stay in Colorado and he's gone after this year, only stays 2, then great. I mean, he already showed you he turned around Jackson State, right? Colorado, I think, could be done in 5, but
Okay, so
will
let
we
me say
see it?
this.
You said what?
I'm gonna say this based on what you just said, DP. I agree with you. Because part of the turning a program around is getting the children to believe in themselves, in their abilities. And what Dion does do wherever he goes is he brings a swagger with him that rubs off on the players. And so in 5 years, I could see that happening based on that.
Like I said, it's the same song and dance now, right? We get it. But that swagger that you're bringing, that shit don't rub off on the old lineman.
Yeah.
Get that motherfucking swag to rub off on the old lineman who keep getting your son killed. Dion, it would not surprise me if Dion either rides off into the sunset or tries to follow his son to the NFL next year. You can tell me all you want to tell me about his 5-year program in Colorado and all this other shit. He ain't got no more kids.
Right.
That nigga done ran out of kids.
If
Shiloh, Dion Jr.
And that's what I'm saying.
What's his daughter name? Denisha or whatever.
If the run is over after his kids are done with school, then yeah. But I'm saying, like, I don't think that it's a matter of him not being able to, like, some people are saying he can't coach and all of this other stuff, whether you think it's because he's playing daddy ball or whatever the case is. I still think that if he stayed beyond Shadour's time there, that Colorado would look different in that 5th year, even in the 4th year. I think they would look different.
Not if he can't recruit offensive linemen.
But that's the main thing that you're saying. We're saying, or at least Kevin, I don't know if you were agreeing with me. I think he can bring the kids in. Yeah. I do think that he could bring the kids in.
He brought in the number 1 player with Travis Hunter. He swayed him.
Yeah, I don't think that it's just he can only bring in skilled players. I don't think that that's it. I think, well, now you need to focus on bringing in, old linemen or wherever your deficiencies are.
I think he got a 5-star. I think he did have a 5-star that's playing for Colorado.
The tackle, right? I think he was a left tackle or
so. But what I'm saying is, why would the concerted effort not be in play for this year when you saw your son get physically abused last year because the O-line couldn't hold up, and now we're watching the same song and dance.
I don't know.
I fearful.
I don't know who came in though.
I think it was a concerted
without knowing which recruits.
They went to the portal.
Which transfers came in, and if they worked or did not work.
They showed them a lot of the linemen came from the portal,
right? And that's what I'm saying.
So they did try. They just came up.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If they came and they just not paused and they just not panning out.
Yeah, they came up empty.
I don't know.
They went to the portal to get linemen. That's what they tried to do, and it's just showing the nature of the portal and how it is. Sometimes you strike gold, and sometimes you just strike out.
Yeah, but that's the way this shit is now. Like,
no, I know.
If you're not using the portal, yeah, it's like if you're not using the portal, what the fuck are you doing?
You ain't recruiting. You ain't,
Right.
you ain't recruiting. You're not
The
utilizing your
days of I'm
resources.
going to get this high school kid and I'm, building this dude up or this young lady up or whatever the sport is. Those days are over because that kid can enter the portal and say, "Man, I'm out of here."
This is gonna be the new hustle, man.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna tell you. So the new hustle is you get the high school player, you give them NIL or her, give them NIL. But I'm thinking about football. I'm thinking about football, so strictly on men. You give him NIL and you gray shirt him. So he goes to school part-time in the fall. So he's gray shirted, but he's got the NIL to hold him over. And then in the spring semester, you give him 12 units. So now he's full-time. He's a full-time student. Clock still doesn't start because it's spring. You come back. But he's with the team the whole time because he's a part-time student as a gray shirt. So he's lifting, he's getting stronger. The next year in the fall, you red shirt him. He's still on that NIL. Now you didn't develop him for 2 years. That's how you.
Who is this for though? Is this
I'm
for a
saying
5-star recruit?
no,
Is
no,
this
no, no, no,
for
no, no. This
like
isn't a 5-star recruit. This is a
yeah,
3-star high school player that you want to bring in if you're trying to build programs and you're trying to get players and develop them and do everything else from the ground and do everything from the ground up.
okay.
You can still do it. It's a process, but with NIL, it's possible because you can still pay that gray shirt money.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing in the interim with your team that you have to put out on the field or out on the court?
So,
What are you doing there?
so
Like
you're
you can't just focus on I'm
no,
gonna
no.
develop this gray shirt. Now, what am I doing with the actual active players?
So that's just one aspect of it. The other aspect is you're still recruiting from the portal. So you're recruiting from the portal. You're still bringing older, mature guys in, but you're bringing in high schoolers as well to groom them into your program. Because when you bring the transfers in, you don't have time to groom them. They've already played for 2 or 3 different teams, 2 or 3 different coaches, 2 or 3
Right.
different systems. They got all these bad habits. So you have to have some kind of balance where you got these other guys that you're molding, you're bringing them in, you're developing them as they continue to mature, get older, and you're still bringing in these older guys so that you're able to compete and you still have a job at the end of the day.
And then when that kid who gets developed and starts playing is one of them ones, then they're gonna be looking for a bigger payday when they
Well,
have one of the bigger names.
but think about this. If they are one of
I
them,
mean, do you agree with that or not?
I do, but I would say this. So remember, I said the first year you gray shirt them, the second year you red shirt them. So if they're one of them ones, by the time that they're playing, they're 3 years removed from high school. You can go to the NFL.
Okay. So do you think you'll see that's the new hustle is the way to get to be a one and done in
Man,
in in college football?
if you gray shirt, I would say
Less
gray
wear
shirt
and
or red.
tear on your body and be a one and done?
Yeah, gray shirt, red
Man,
shirt.
Okay.
It's tricky, but that's the NIL. That's the NIL business. And I don't know, man. I think the NIL shit is going to get cut short. It's too good of a thing for the kids now.
Ubang.
It just
They're changing it. I'm going to tell you. So next year's rules. So the way that
Colleges can pay that now
So
though,
yeah,
right?
so the way that they're doing it right now is you have collectives. So like I'll use USC for an example. USC's collective is House of Victory. So House of Victory pays the students their NIL. That's who they get their NIL through. And
okay.
each school has a collective that pays the students. So it's not paid directly through the school, it's a company that works with the school. Next year, students get paid directly through the
Yeah,
school.
that's what I was saying.
They negotiate with the school. There is no collective. So this NIL isn't going anywhere because with the collectives, it's like a certain amount of money that they could get. That that there are a lot of it's like a range.
Okay.
With the school, it's what the school is bringing in, how much the school is worth. There
So
is no sliding scale right now.
and this is professional sports.
In a sense, yes, it is.
In a sense, it is,
It
nigga.
is.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
once you're getting paid,
professional sports, man.
once you're getting paid, it's officially.
I mean, and think about this. There's another thing. The conferences now, where you have like where is Cal? Are they in the ACC?
yes.
These motherfuckers gonna be flying to the East Coast. Them kids ain't gonna have time to be doing no fucking schoolwork and shit. I mean, am I tripping? Like,
No.
come on, man. They professional athletes, man.
Hey, man, I'm still waiting on the schedule to come out, man, for my children.
Come on,
I'm still
man.
trying to see how this shit's gonna work, though.
That shit is crazy.
I ain't gonna lie.
That shit is crazy.
I'm looking at it like, man,
It's a lot. It's a lot to ask of a quote unquote student athlete.
Right.
Yeah. Money be damned. It's a lot to ask. Hey, I need you up at the crack of dawn, 6 a.m. to go do some working on your body.
Right.
And then as soon as you're done here, still sweaty and shit, go to a class.
Get to class, nigga.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
crazy, man.
That-
That's
I mean,
crazy.
that's the only reason I say it's not professional sports yet is because of some of the restrictions they still have in place.
Like
You still gotta take a certain amount of credit hours, units, classes.
Kevin,
Hold on.
if
I'm
you
just
don't
saying
think
that
these
I'm just
niggas
saying-
got
After
Pottery
study,
Barn,
Hey man, I'm just saying that's
fucking-
just
yeah.
that's just one. That's one
Yeah.
aspect. Another aspect is the amount of time that the coaches are able to spend with the children as of now. So right now, coaches can only spend an hour a day, like on the basketball side. Coaches can only spend an hour a day with the children, working with them as of right now. And that's like Monday through Friday or something like that. But I believe it's an hour. And the restriction is until September 23rd. Then that's like the first official day of practice. And then those restrictions are off. But in the NBA, they don't have those same kind of restrictions.
Kevin,
What's up?
are you sitting up here trying to tell me that it's not professional because of a restriction that ends in September?
I'm saying
That's one of your reasons?
I'm saying some of the restrictions that they have in place. Yes.
So a restriction that's lifted in September before the season starts keeps it from being a professional
Hey
sport.
man, hey, I hear where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, say he reacting in real time. It's happening.
Hey,
This shit right
Rosenhaus.
now. Right. Yeah, right now.
Kevin Rosenhaus.
No time to practice. No time
Hey, he's sweating.
Hey man,
Hey, where's the hose at?
you trying to wipe my brow, man. Nah,
butt naked. But
You went for the chicken, right?
nah,
You went for the chicken, right?
yeah.
nah,
Okay.
nah.
So
Dad, I feel I have to clarify that it's
no,
not
I got you.
professional
Hey,
sports.
man. That's great. Hey,
Oh,
not to
man.
switch, but I was looking through your topics, and not
My
to switch,
bad.
but I was looking through your topics, and one of your topics was that Pittsburgh defense is elite.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
say what you will. I keep telling y'all about Mike Tomlin.
Mm.
Hey, he gonna find a way. Russell Wilson's supposed to be the starting quarterback. He goes down with a calf injury that has been bothering him since training camp. And comes in, he's looking like dog shit. And the fucking kicker just comes in and boots 5 field goals to win the game.
Chris Boswell.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Tomlin is like, listen, man, we have an A1 defense. We have an A1 defense. We have a hell of a defense. All I need you to do is to come in. Don't do no stupid shit at the quarterback position. and we gonna win games.
Yeah.
Hey, TJ Watt.
Problem.
Hey, bro.
Just don't fuck
Problem.
it up.
TJ Watt is a monster.
Problem.
He is a monster.
Problem.
Like, and you know, of all the high priced and the well known edge rushers, he's the one that gets the least amount of respect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but it's always Myles Garrett. Then you have Bosa, then you have Micah, and then TJ Watt kind of comes in after that. But I'm like, yo, the way he comes screaming off the edge, I think he had like 2 sacks, a strip sack fumble.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, man, listen.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
that
gotta
one got
put
called.
some
That one
respect
got
on that
called
man's
back.
name.
There was another one though. One of the strip sack fumbles got called back.
Okay.
But he did get another one, like further, like later on in the game. Like, God damn, he got that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know, for all the people that
So-
said like, oh, this is gonna be Mike Tomlin's first year where he's not gonna win or he's not gonna go above 500, man, I think he's still gonna do it. He's still gonna
Okay.
do it.
And then I asked y'all, is that an overrated stat
What?
or an overrated thing
What?
to not have a losing season, but you're still not really contending?
It's I guess the same motherfuckers that say Dak Prescott winning 12 games 3 years in a row is not shit. I guess they would.
So is
well,
Tomlin the Dak Prescott of head
Nah,
coaches?
I think it's different because
Or is Dak
no.
Prescott the Tomlin of quarterbacks?
He's
I think it's different because Tomlin has the Super Bowl. So Tomlin has won at the
It don't-
highest
But you
level.
know,
It don't
they still
matter.
don't give him the full credit for that because they're saying that's off the
That
back
was
of Coward.
Callahan. Yeah, not Callahan, but Coward. Yeah. So they still be trying to come for his job every year. And
How
now
many-
the thing about Tomlin with his Super Bowl is that he's good enough to get you over to get you into the playoffs, or he's good enough to compete to get you into the playoffs, but he's not good enough to win the big game. And it's like, damn. Y'all literally see this dude going to the playoffs with a dude like Mason Rudolph
Mm-hmm.
or a dude named, Shotgun Willie Earl or some shit like that. And this motherfucker's like, yeah, man, Tomlin's just, he's good enough to keep you in the hunt, but you're not going to do anything. Like, yeah, he don't have a fucking quarterback.
Shit, he
So-
had Mike Vick at one point.
Come on now. He had the ghost of Mike Vick.
Oh, but I'm that's what I mean. I'm saying like
Antonio Brown. So there was a
ghost
stretch. Look,
like the fact that Mike Vick played for the Steelers.
The
Nobody
ghost
remembers
of
that.
Vic Pass, nigga.
Yeah.
they had a stretch where Ben Roethlisberger actually got hurt and Mike Vick had to come.
Yeah.
And this is when AB was still there. Oh my gosh. AB used to be crying, trying to tell Vic like what to do and like how to get him the ball. And Vic at this time again, he would retire the next year. Vic would get hit and like a motherfucker might hit him in the thigh or whatever, and Vic is grabbing his head from PTSD from just getting hit so motherfucking much. That shit, I said, damn, man. Tomlin a real one because he just wanted to give Vic an opportunity to be on the team at the time, right? Vic is playing the background. I'm just a backup, and then all of a sudden,
It's go time.
who never gets hurt,
Yeah.
and Vic had to step in for like 2 games.
They're like, nigga, where your cleats at?
But
You got the Dion's on, but they're regular sneakers.
Oh. This nigga Mike Vick over here in Air Forces. Like, this nigga got on some low top Air Force
Oh
Ones.
shit!
Oh man.
we're not playing on turf. What are you?
Nigga, what was his alias around Mexico?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We won't go into that story.
Yeah. So are they lead enough to carry either quarterback option in Pittsburgh? whether it be Russell Wilson or Justin Fields?
I go ahead, Kev.
If it's like today, it's gonna get old. So you've got to give the defense something on the other side. Like today, you gave them nothing. And you got in the red zone and you still didn't score. You gotta score. You gotta
Listen
score.
to me. This is literally how he's been playing football and making the playoffs just like this. Our defense is gonna, you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna go get a stop. We're gonna put you in an advantageous position. The offense may or may not do anything. And guess what we're gonna do on defense? We're gonna go get another stop. Like they don't give a fuck.
I'm saying
This is
Ubong. If they can score 2 touchdowns, they're gonna be a problem.
there's no guarantees.
Like a real problem if they can get 2 touchdowns a game, because their kicker's on point. He's
like, Russ,
field goals.
we need one from you, and Justin, we need one from you.
Yeah, if they can get 2 touchdowns on the offensive side.
Hey man, they've been talking about throwing Fields in there on special packages.
Because the other thing too, Ubong,
They've been saying it. They've been saying it.
They also have to give their defense enough time to rest. So you gotta have some of those long drives to make it to where your defense is able to come out and do their thing at full capacity. You can't have the defense just wore down.
Man, they've been doing that shit forever. They've been doing that shit forever. And I'm not trying to make light of it, but again, they asked Justin Fields to do exactly what he did today. Listen, bro, no stupid plays. Don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Just keep us. That's enough to keep us on schedule. Even if it's a 3 and out, we'll take a 3 and out and play field position. Just don't give us any stupid turnovers.
We'll play field position. We just don't want to play Fields position.
And
listen to us, okay?
And again, if you're Boswell, their kicker, hey, you guys put me indoors on a in a dome. Yeah, I'll boot that motherfucker from 50 plus.
Yeah.
350 plus yarders.
Yeah.
He like, man, I'm used to kicking outside.
Right.
Shit, I can't get that motherfucker 45.
Yeah. Ball hard as fuck. Balls. Nigga done broke a couple toes.
Yeah. Shit. My shit is permanently disabled. I can't use my pinky toe.
Oh shit.
But I really believe in Tomlin, man. Like it's that real the way he gets it done on defense.
Okay.
And that defense, boy.
So the answer is yes, elite enough to carry either quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm not a fan of the whole bring this person in for as a package gadget.
But they've been talking about that. They've been talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And saying that it's not ruled out, Oh man. So Kevin, sticking with some of your mock headlines.
Yeah.
A car drove the Saints over the field.
All over the field.
Drove the Saints all over the field. A car drove the Saints all over the field.
Don't do that, Kev. That's.
Did he play well?
Against who?
Listen,
who they play? No. I'm asking. Who
the Carolina Panthers.
Okay. Come on, man. Okay. Listen. I'll say this one thing. I'll let you say your piece. They play the Cowboys next week. Let's see what they do.
Man, the Cowboys are up there as far as the defense. Their defense is.
A car drove whatever the fuck he said. Let's see them do it against a competent team.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even know if Bryce Young is going to be a quarterback in the NFL next year.
Damn.
That's a tough one.
This man, I think, first drive of the season was an interception.
It was. Oh, it was.
We're talking about a dude that at halftime was like something like 2 for 6.
Yeah.
At halftime? What the fuck are you doing out there?
So
Like, this nigga Bryce
Going
Young
2 for 6.
is eating orange peels, eating orange slices in game. Like, that's that
and using the pill for the mouthpiece. Leaving the pill in for the mouthpiece, nigga. Like, say hi, nigga.
in the huddle, showing that shit to your teammates.
They like, nigga, what?
Bro.
Oh man.
So, hey, listen, respect to Carr because to Derek Carr because they've been trying to write his obituary in New Orleans for a minute.
Yeah.
So whenever he can have a chance to really get off.
Yeah.
But next week, I think this is in New Orleans, Dallas is coming in a head hunting. You a statue at the end of the day. Like, you're not a mobile quarterback. Whew.
just saying. 19,
Yeah, I don't see the Saints winning that.
I'm not saying that they're going to win. I just want to shout out Derek Carr, 19 for 23, 3 touchdowns. That's a hell of a game, man.
Hey, man. You said
Sarah.
2 touchdowns, right?
I said 3 touchdowns.
Oh, 3?
Yeah, 19 for 23, 3 touchdowns. Yeah.
Your
200
boy
yards.
Sam Darnold didn't do bad.
He's a competent NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, he came through USC pro system, like he's your standard pocket quarterback, and if you give him elite skill players, he's going to do well. You have Justin Jefferson. It didn't take him much time to find Justin Jefferson and for Justin Jefferson to find the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
So for all the trepidation I had about Justin Jefferson and would it work with Sam Darnold, it did. Only motherfucker that really surprised me in a negative way that's supposed to be like one of the top guys, the top tier guys, was Joe Burrow falling to New England. So Cincinnati losing to New England. And again, they said Joe Burrow, they said, hey man, if CD goes down, Dak ain't shit. Okay. That's with any quarterback. You had Chase, Jamar Chase. You had Jamar Chase out there, even though he hasn't played in practice.
Yeah, I was gonna say he missed some time.
I don't care. You're Joe Burrow. They put when they talk about the elite quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes is always one, and either Joe Burrow or Josh Allen is 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But they come in that order. If you're that great, then make the nigga named Iloka or Ilyasova or whoever the fuck you have that's in place of these other guys, make them great. Because y'all keep telling me that Dak, who has less than at the skill position, is CD or bust. Y'all keep telling me like, oh yeah, Dak, if he didn't have CD, he wouldn't be shit. Well, apparently that means that other quarterbacks, if they didn't have their star guys, would still be something. So why can you not beat the lowly Patriots who trotted out Jacoby Brissett?
Which, by the way, with him playing Jacoby Brissett, they had the headlines about this was the most 15 black quarterbacks starting in NFL.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. For week 1. And then the crazy thing is it's still going to remain because the backups for the 2 niggas who got hurt
was black.
They black too. So, but Gerard Mayo, first year coach in New England, black dude. So you got the black head coach, black QB, get the W for week 1 against the Bengals. But I don't see the Patriots doing too much this season. I was surprised that they even won that game.
But that's what I'm saying. And it only took them 16 points to get it done. Damn, Joey B, you supposed to be right under Patrick, like you're next to Patrick Mahomes. Because I think that Patrick Mahomes could have took your team, the one that rolled out there today, and could have beat that Patriots team.
Man, and speaking of that, the Patrick Mahomes, we didn't talk about them yet because they didn't play
They played on Thursday.
Yeah.
Sunday. They played on
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Man, they're gonna be a problem.
Yes.
I think the Ravens are going to be a problem.
The Ravens will,
Nope.
but
You don't
the
think the Ravens are going to be a problem?
I do. I do.
There
The Chiefs, though?
They had a lot of penalties to give them 3rd and long.
The Chiefs, though? Them niggas look like they gonna be the favorites again.
They should be. I don't know if y'all remember me telling y'all during the offseason that the Chiefs were. I was picking Patrick Mahomes, trying to get a piece of Patrick Mahomes in fantasy football because the Chiefs were going to be intentional about trying to make him MVP. They put the weapons around him. They didn't. We still didn't. We haven't even seen them at what their full power is. You're going to have to get Hollywood Brown back in the fold. You're going to have to get Xavier Worthy more used to the playbook and whatnot.
And Rashee Rice is a problem.
Yeah, he was a problem last year.
And he looks better this year.
And then Travis Kelce didn't even have to get off. Like,
yeah,
you haven't even, that wasn't, I mean, that was Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to keep it real with you. He didn't play a great game.
No,
he didn't.
It wasn't out of this world. It just looks like they about to have too much firepower for niggas to keep up with. And Pacheco is solid.
And I don't think
at the running back position.
And again, I don't think Baltimore is going to be this problem. I think they will. I think you saw what will probably be one of Lamar Jackson's better games. And when they win,
he didn't really play all that well.
Oh, he put up what, damn near 400 yards of offense.
Yeah, but I mean, it was we were talking about the misses. Like he had some. I don't think he's gonna be off like that every game.
Even with be watching this nigga Lamar Jackson, he be off like that, and he's not accurate.
I don't think he's gonna be. I'm saying even with the misses, I'm talking about the illegal formations on 3rd and short,
okay. If we start talking about that, that's bullshit because the Chiefs were in the same kind of setup. They lined up the same way, and that motherfucking right tackle is always false starting.
Yes. But I'm just saying. So
hey, listen, this is entertainment first.
But I'm saying,
and they want the Chiefs to win. So
no, you know.
They showed one play. That motherfucker kicked out. He kicked out about a half a second before everybody else moved. I said, God.
And but I'm saying, like you have those illegal formations, those false starts that they're calling on Baltimore, that they go from 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. Or the whole, like you had a few of those that just killed the drive.
They were calling that illegal formation on a lot of teams this weekend. So that must be an emphasis that the referees discussed over the summer. And now they're trying to enforce it. And you know what they do when they normally try and enforce that? They'll come down heavy with the hammer.
Yeah. Like
the first 5 or 6 weeks, and then they'll ease up on it. So they're just trying to tell people like, hey man, like get it in line, get it in line. Yeah. It's up to the coaches to get their players to like, but all that aside.
But it seems like I'm just saying in that game, both of them was doing it. But they were only calling Baltimore.
I'm saying it though in the sense of the illegal formation, the false starting that they were calling. That's not Lamar Jackson. Now it becomes a reflection of him because he doesn't convert and they don't sustain the drive. But to put them in 3rd and 8s and 3rd and 9s, now you can't use 80% of your playbook.
Bruh.
You're using 20% of your playbook at that point. But if it's 3rd and 3, if it's 3rd and 2, you got your whole
Listen to this.
playbook. It's manageable.
If it's 3rd and 8, and I have a 2-time MVP in the prime of his career, go get a first down. I don't give a fuck about the illegal formations. If you need everything to be 3rd and 3, you're not an MVP. Your playbook should not be it should not be, hey man, hey, listen, we got to get us a 3rd and short for Lamar to be successful. You are a 2-time MVP. Your MVP last year, you didn't deserve it, but they gave it to you, so you're a 2-time MVP. I don't care. Because if it's Patrick Mahomes and he gets an illegal formation and it's 3rd and 8, it's not like, hey, man, we got to throw out 80% in the playbook, man, because it's 3rd and 8. Nah, Pat, go make a play.
I mean, but okay, are you not throwing out a good percentage of the playbook because the yardage changes?
No, you do. Like
MVP aside, no, I'm asking Ubang on the point he's just made. MVP aside, does that change your play calling? Does the scenario change your play calling?
Of course, if it goes from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. But what I'm saying is, Kevin's saying that 80% of the playbook is out the. No, we just call the 3rd and 8 plays. Like there should be a play for every. If we're in a 3rd and long situation, we have a chunk of the playbook that's designed for that.
No,
you're telling me that you have to take out 80% of the playbook. That means that you're not trusting your quarterback's arm when he has to throw the ball.
No, I've read.
It was evident. He overthrew Rashad Bateman about 4 times that game. Touchdown.
I've read that. I've read that when it's 3rd in a certain amount of a certain distance, I believe it's 8 yards or more, you don't use 80% of your playbook. It's like 20% of the plays are designed for that. Most of your plays in your playbook are designed for the shorter passes.
You're saying in general across the board?
Yes.
Coordinator schemes?
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
So here's my thing.
In general across the board. Yes.
I want to just debunk this shit, this theory or this, misconception. There's a misconception out there that Lamar Jackson hasn't been given weapons. He hasn't been given number 1 receivers, even though the Baltimore Ravens go out and draft 1st-round receivers every year. I think Rashad Bateman could be a legitimate number 1 receiver.
He's out of Minnesota, right?
Bateman
played in Minnesota?
I'm not sure.
I think so.
I'm not sure where we went to school, but
whatever, I'll confirm that.
Whoever he is, or wherever the fuck he comes from.
No, because he was nice.
He has the potential to be a number 1 wide receiver, but his quarterback keeps overthrowing him. Bro, if you put Rashad Bateman,
Minnesota.
And I keep trying to tell people, like, Rashee Rice in Kansas City? He's going to become a number 1 wide receiver.
He looks like it already.
A 1,300 yard a year wide receiver. If you drop him off in Baltimore with the same skill set, he's like a 700 or 800 yard a season wide receiver. And you're saying, why can't we get Lamar Jackson more? Why can't we get Lamar Jackson a Tyreek Hill? Like, no, you got to create these dudes. Tyreek Hill was a punt returner.
Yeah, I mean, and
you're an MVP, bro. Like, you're a 2-time MVP.
I still think, from what to answer your question earlier or address what you said earlier, KP, I do think that Baltimore is going to be a problem. I understand what you're saying, Ubang, but I do think that there'll be a problem. And I think for a lot of people, everybody, they were still in the game. They were still in the game with Kansas City. They, if which is a big if, because it goes to your point. But if Lamar Jackson makes the throws, they're right there. It's not like they were not competitive. They weren't in the game. It's because of some misses, which is more glaring because it's coming from the MVP. The 2-time MVP. So what you're saying is is valid for sure. I'm not saying that what you're saying is some bullshit. I'm like, yeah, I hear you, but I also still see that there is the avenue for them being a problem.
How
It's
was
not
it?
like they won't.
Yeah,
And I told you when we were talking before, I said, man, I still think that you said a running quarterback won't win the Super Bowl, and I said I think Lamar Jackson can do it. I still think that they can do it. It's just, shit has to align, and he has to capitalize on those moments.
and somebody else has to beat Patrick Mahomes because he can't.
So
He's gonna have to.
so here,
Because
okay.
once again, like I led off, I said the Chiefs look like they're gonna be the favorites for this shit. So I do believe it will come down to those two.
So
I don't think Miami in the end will be strong enough for Baltimore. Cincinnati, no.
Miami is Colorado of the NFL. They got all the track stars, but boy, they be blowing tires left and right. Can't now one of the motherfuckers finish a healthy season.
They were struggling today, quiet as kept.
Huh?
They were struggling today, quiet as kept.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They
against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But go ahead, you're about to say something, Kev.
So, would you say that what would you say Hollywood Brown is? What option is he as a receiver?
In Kansas City scheme?
Just in a scheme in general. I mean, he won't be number one with Kansas City, but
right. So
when he was, I'm just curious.
He's probably a 2.
Okay, so when he was with Arizona, what would you say? Would you say he was still a 2?
He was hurt.
Okay.
He didn't even. I don't even think he played the full season. We never got to see what he could have been with Kyler Murray, because I think Kyler Murray was hurt half the season, and Hollywood Brown was hurt half the damn season. Again, those smaller guys, they tires get blown very easy for these dudes. But I get what you're getting at. He there. That was a first round pick for Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
No, I'm just saying, and in 5 years, this is his 6th year now, but in 5 seasons, he's had 1,000-yard receiving season. It's with Baltimore. So he was getting the ball. Lamar was doing well with him.
How many seasons? So he's in his 5th season, or is he going into his 6th season?
Going into his 6th season.
So this is his 6th season.
Yes.
He spent 4 of those 5 years with Baltimore.
3
of those 5 years with Baltimore,
2
and he got
with Arizona.
1,000-yard season.
Yeah, in his 3rd season, he had 1,000 yards.
Okay.
And what did he do with Arizona?
His first season,
I know he was hurt, but
in his first season he had 709. In his second season, he had 574.
How many games played in the first season and the second season?
Let me look that up.
Come on, Kevin Nigajowski.
With Arizona, he played 12 games the first year, and he played 14 games last year.
Okay.
So his first year, and you may have to look this up. Kyler Murray got hurt at some point in time during the season, and it bled into the next season.
Let's see.
Which adds another quarterback to the fold.
Correct.
So, which could be a point to you and also to him as just another nigga that he didn't do something with.
And so the first year, the first year, my bad.
No, go ahead.
So the first year he played, Kyler Murray was that Marquise Brown was there. He played in 11 games. Marquise Brown played in 12. I don't know if it was the same games, but it was 11 and 12. And in the second season, Kyler Murray only played 8 games.
Okay. Yeah. Either way, there was issues, right? And now Hollywood Brown, again, this is no fault of Lamar's. He's hurt again. We waiting for him We waiting for his season to start. But I get it. I get what you're saying. And I think Lamar does well in the system that he's in. Tight end focused, run focused. Because I don't think that Lamar would go crazy with a Justin Jefferson or a CeeDee Lamb or somebody like that, because those guys, especially, I mean, Jefferson has more top end speed than CD, but like those guys are like timing, be in a certain spot. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be a little bit more accurate.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Lamar is accurate like that, where he can take full advantage of a number one wide receiver. Like his tight ends, the two tight end sets that they're going to try and run this year with Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely is going to be deadly, because that's where Lamar thrives, right? Everything from 5 to 15 yards. And when you start going deep, it's
and the thing, you know, and I get what you're saying, because this is going to kind of speak to what you're talking about too. But I still believe that they're dangerous. But Zay Flowers would be their number one, and to get him the ball, to get him his touches, he gotta work for that shit.
Yeah.
They gotta bring this
Gadgety.
nigga.
Yeah.
They gotta bring this
Yeah.
nigga.
Like,
You know,
all type of shit.
Yeah. So I definitely understand, and it's
And Zay gets open.
No, I know.
No disrespect to Lamar. I fuck with Lamar. Everybody was like, people start saying like, oh man, I love my black people. So I'm always root for him. I'm happy he got paid. I'm mad that he had to work so hard to get his money. But I have a low tolerance for poor quarterback play, especially when the media heaps praise and adulation on quarterbacks, when my own quarterback in Dallas gets the brunt of everyone's jokes, is considered the bottom feeder in the NFL.
Yeah, that's people who are hating though.
But what I'm saying is, then that's the media. Like that's a majority of the media is gonna prop Lamar Jackson up on the stage and say, Dak Prescott couldn't hold his jockstrap. But then we look at the playoff numbers, and Lamar Jackson in 6 playoff games has 9 total touchdowns and 9 total turnovers, and Dak Prescott is blowing him out the water with like 16 touchdowns and 7 turnovers.
And that may be true, but now you're evaluating him in comparison to Dak Prescott and not based on the personnel he has and how Baltimore is playing the game.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's different.
Why?
So
I was going
because
I mean,
now you're comparing him to somebody else. Like we're not just talking about, before we were talking about Zay Flowers, Hollywood Brown, who's with him before, the receivers he has, the tight ends, the plays they call, all those kinds of things, and his ability. So we're talking about how Baltimore looks. Now you're bringing in, Dak Prescott's skill set. Oh, it's okay. So now we're comparing him to Dak Prescott. That's a different conversation. It definitely is. And I'm not saying that people don't hate on Dak Prescott, because they do. But now it's like you're using that to fuel, like, man, why are you praising him? You should be praising Dak Prescott.
And no, I'm making a point that in the ultimate team game, Lamar Jackson has been to 2 AFC championship games, but he's only won 2 games in his playoff career. That means that every time he's gone to the AFC championship game, his team has been so good. The team that they put around him has been so good that they get a bye week in his entire playoff career. 6 games. That means even going to the AFC championships, this motherfucker's record, I mean, his stats is 9 total touchdowns. That's including the runs.
So how many
9 turnovers? So what I'm telling you is that,
How many wins does Dak have?
2, the same 2 that Lamar has.
Okay.
But they're not
and-
NFC Championship games.
So is he surrounded by that lack of talent, Dak Prescott, to where he can't get to a NFC Championship game? That's what you're saying?
They're asking more of him.
They're asking more, but is he not? Has Dak Prescott not been surrounded by talent? He has, man. They just have underperformed. Dallas has underperformed.
Last year, when Lamar Jackson made it to his second AFC Championship game, he had the best defense in football. The team that keeps creaming the Dallas Cowboys, Baltimore turned the quarterback over 5 times in one game. It was bar none. And even the game that they lost against Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs couldn't score 20 points. We've never had that around Dak Prescott. We've never given him that type of shit.
What have you not given Dak Prescott?
Never given him a good defense when he had a good offense. We've never, if he had so when we had a decent defense, the year that we went to San Francisco and Tony Pollard broke his leg, defense was good that year. But you had CD and Noah Brown as your wide receiver too, right? You're running Zeke out there when he shouldn't be out there, when Tony Pollard should have got a bigger workload. Like,
who did Lamar Jackson have on offense
when
last year?
The year that he went?
So last year he went to the AFC Championship game. He had Mark Andrews.
Uh-huh.
He was hurt.
Flowers, and he had his legs.
Okay.
They were the number one. So
wasn't Mark Andrews hurt last year?
The same thing you're saying about Dak Prescott.
What are you saying?
Wait, wasn't Mark Andrews hurt last year?
You just, when you were making your point, you said Dallas had a good defense, and then Dak Prescott only had CeeDee Lamb, Noah Brown, and then Pollard when he broke his leg.
I'm saying Dak Prescott had one offensive weapon that you had to fear. One. You have Mark Andrews, you have Zay Flowers. That's 2. Plus, you have your quarterback, who is your best running threat.
Wasn't Mark Andrews hurt last year?
And when Mark Andrews was hurt, the guy that you saw come out yesterday,
likely
he picked up the slack. What I'm telling you is Lamar Jackson loves the tight ends because that's where he makes his bread and butter. So when
Dak Prescott loves them too. Am I lying? He loves him. He gets busy. I'm not saying Ferguson is the same shit, but Schultz was getting busy too.
Nice, yeah.
All the Schultz was getting busy.
Yeah.
Schultz was decent. He was not Mark Andrews.
He's not Mark Andrews, but I'm still trying to see, like, you're making it like Dak Prescott had absolutely nobody on offense, but Lamar Jackson had everything he needed on offense, even when he had a good defense.
He had the number 1 defense in football last year,
and when he didn't have the number 1, the other year that he went, whenever Dak Prescott had a good defense, what was the issue with him at that point? That's what I'm asking you.
That he didn't have skill players.
So I'm asking you, Lamar Jackson has had more. You're saying because he had Mark Andrews, that's more skilled players? I'm just wondering. I'm
saying that
because they both play offense. So that's why I'm
put Lamar Jackson in Dallas with CeeDee Lamb, Noah Brown, and Tony Pollard, Zeke Elliott, with that defense that he had, that the Cowboys had, and I don't think they're making any noise. I think if you put Dak Prescott in Baltimore with Mark Andrews, who he said, Dak loves the tight end. Great.
Yeah.
Give him a nice tight end. Put him there with Zay Flowers and the number 1 defense that can hold Patrick Mahomes.
And that's all I'm trying to get you to say. You're saying that if you give him that, he takes them and they win the Super Bowl. They switch.
They beat.
They switch, and now all of a sudden, Baltimore is. That's it. That's all they needed was a Dak Prescott with the same type of
Yes.
firepower, and
Yes.
they go.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
All
if
right,
you
well,
because ultimately, if you can take Lamar Jackson's running ability away, if you can minimize,
Nobody can do that. They haven't so far.
But what I'm
He
saying
rushed,
is,
in fact, he
again,
rushed for 100 against
or
Kansas City.
if you can, anytime you can make Lamar Jackson one dimensional, right? We'll give up those. We know when you're running,
but it sounds like you're saying that's what he is already, though.
What?
One dimensional.
So again,
So that's
if you're the number one rusher in the NFL, they have the number one rushing attack, and most years they have the number one rushing attack because he's a second running back, right? You can't get it done with just that. Like, what makes the run great, and why I can't use anybody else but Patrick Mahomes because he does it perfectly, is that if you can threaten them with people with your arm and the fear of like, hey, he's gonna get it to Zay Flowers, so we have to turn our back and actually go and defend Zay Flowers. Now you run and you jump out the window and you're gone, but they're letting Rashad Bateman run free because they know that Lamar Jackson, we just got to heat him up and he's going to take off. He's not even going to look for the man half the time, and the other half the time he's going to overshoot the motherfucker. Keep running. Run 450. You got Derrick Henry there. Why are we bringing Derrick Henry in if Lamar Jackson is going to run for $150 every game? Lamar said, I'm slimming down. I lost 16 pounds so I can be light on my feet and run more.
He can't make it taking those hits like he did against Kansas City all season.
And he
can't. He's not gonna make it.
I didn't hear your opinion though, Kevin. Do you think that since Ubang brought Dak Prescott in Baltimore makes them Super Bowl?
No, because the run pass style that Baltimore has, it like their offense is catered to Lamar. It's not catered. I don't think another quarterback would run it quite like Lamar in Baltimore. I don't think so.
Exactly. So they're not going to run a Lamar type. That's what I'm telling you that. They're not going to run a Lamar type offense in Baltimore if you have a Dak Prescott there. But guess what they can do? They can utilize these weapons that you don't think are weapons. You said, "Oh man, Dak Prescott had Schultz. Dalton Schultz was a possession tight end. Dak Prescott just found him for first downs. He got Cedric Wilson, a fringe wide receiver that came to the Cowboys, left there and got paid by Miami before they went and got Waddle. He was supposed to be the number 2 wide receiver behind Tyreek Hill, but they landed Waddle that year. Dak Prescott got him paid. Dalton Schultz, who you keep talking about, Dak Prescott got him paid in Houston. Noah Brown, who was our wide receiver too, Dak Prescott got him paid in Houston. He's getting, hey, I don't know who the fuck is this guy, but man, he was Dak Prescott's number 3 wide receiver behind this guy and this guy. Okay, he's got something. And they go to these other teams and they don't do shit because Dak Prescott got you paid. It's just a disrespect because motherfuckers don't want to see how good he is, right? He just plays for an organization that we're looking at it in real time and we're just not trying to recognize what we're seeing. Jerry Jones, you knew CD needed to be paid. Why would you wait till the market makes his price so high? Now it affects you signing somebody else. You knew Dak needed to be paid. If you pay him last year, you get him for $50 million as opposed to what you're paying him now, which is $60 million. It's bad as an organization. So you guys can't surround him with the players you need. Why can't we get Derrick Henry? Because y'all motherfuckers is fighting with CD and Dak over their money, and you could bring Zeke Elliott back for $1 and some bubble gum. Like,
is it bazooka?
Nah. It's some
Is
bubble.
it
It's bubblicious.
Bubblicious?
Yeah.
Man, that's the
That
nice
bubblicious.
gun, man. Nah, that's that. You would be better off saying that bazooka, that hard ass
You get
gun.
bazooka. Do you get a
Yeah,
card?
give him let him read the comic.
But you feel me though? Like that's what Dak Prescott has as an organization. And then when it all falls down, they'll say, Dak,
When it all falls down.
you go out there and we're gonna use you as a bulletproof vest. You're gonna take all the shots from the media. And Jerry Jones, with his great relationship with Stephen A, is gonna tell him, hey, fire that shit up, man. Tell him that we can't get over the hump because of Dak. Right? Like, and he just keeps taking shots. And it's like, damn, bro, like it's an organization problem. So, so every time I hear a motherfucker like,
so is it an organization problem in Dallas and it's a Lamar Jackson problem in Baltimore?
I think Lamar Jackson plays for a very stable, well-run organization. Lamar Jackson just cannot beat Patrick Mahomes. The same thing can be said for Josh Allen. He cannot beat Patrick Mahomes.
Are you taking Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson?
Give me Lamar Jackson.
I'd probably go Lamar just because he's not as turnover prone as Josh Allen is. But when it comes to those tough yards,
Josh Allen.
Yeah. So if you do the same switcheroo that you were talking about with Dak Prescott, and you take Allen and put him in Baltimore, and you take Lamar Jackson and put him in Buffalo, does he put Buffalo over the hump because they've fallen short to Kansas City? Does Allen put Baltimore over the hump because they've also fallen short to Kansas City
with that defense they had last year?
Yeah. Josh Allen with the defense they had last year.
If you have a coach that can tell him, hey Josh, we don't need any of the hero shit. Because that's when he starts throwing picks, trying to squeeze it into a tight hole. Pause.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? But like,
whoa.
But again, like, he's trying to do things because he has a strong arm that he feels I can get away with this. So he makes a lot of, so he creates a lot of turnovers that aren't necessary. So I can't really say. I can't say with Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the wild card to me because he's got that quarterback arrogance that because he has a strong arm, I'm just gonna put that shit up there.
Well, so some of his turnovers though don't come from just interceptions. Like today, he had the fumble.
Right.
Yeah. When he was just careless. Like sometimes he's just careless.
So I can't give him the benefit of the doubt because I just don't trust him as a player. I think he's reckless.
Yeah.
He's reckless. So,
All right, man. Before we get out of here, do you guys have a prediction for tomorrow's game, the Jets and 49ers? This is Aaron Rodgers will be making his return from the torn Achilles
from his 4 plays last year.
Yeah.
So
y'all gotta.
Yeah, I mean, I think San Francisco, if the Jets are gonna beat them, it's gonna be tomorrow.
Okay.
Because too much disarray in San Francisco. I think they're saying McCaffrey has some has an Achilles issue he's been dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't been practicing.
Was he calf?
It's a calf. Yeah. I think it's his calf.
Yeah. Some issues been dealing with that hasn't allowed him to practice all training camp and preseason. And then you have Your left tackle, he just showed up. Your number one wide receiver, he just showed up. Like it's just a lot of issues, with that offense, and that's your strong suit. And I think your defense isn't as good as people think it is. But I think that Jets defense is really good.
Mhm.
And plus,
Mhm.
if anybody knows your offense, it's the Jets head coach because he was your DC before he got the head coaching job in New York. So if anybody knows how to stop your offense, that had to see it in practice, game after game, week after week after week after week, it's Robert Saleh.
Okay. So you think the Jets will make it happen?
I don't know, man. Aaron Rodgers is 40-something years old. I just can't trust him. I can't trust him. Like,
I trust the Jets, but I don't trust him.
I don't trust Aaron, man.
So Kevin, KP,
what's up?
You got a prediction?
Damn, Uban, that was a really good prediction. If the Jets beat the
Wait,
49ers,
this motherfucker gave no prediction. He
No,
gave
no, no, no,
he
no,
gave hell of a
I'm going
point. Hey, my nigga broke it down.
I'm going to.
I give it to you because you broke that shit down. But that nigga did not give no prediction. But that shit was dope.
Yeah,
I like where you went with that. With the if the Jets can beat the 49ers, or if they're gonna beat the 49ers, they would beat them tomorrow in the beginning of the season. I like that. But I still think that the 49ers win. I think that the 49ers have the better quarterback in Brock Purdy.
Wow.
I think that I think that they have the better offense when they're clicking. I'm interested to see where CMC is with this calf and how much he plays and how effective he really
Mason
is.
their backup, and I think
Mitchell's
who was
out.
their backup before that?
Elijah
He went
Mitchell's
down.
out. Yeah, he's out.
Mitchell
he's out.
is out.
So, yeah, but I think that I think the 49ers, man, when they're clicking, they've got a lot of firepower, and it's going to be hard to beat them.
So you got the 49ers?
Yeah, I got the 49ers.
Okay. I'd probably say the 49ers also.
And because I hate the 49ers, I'm going to go with the Jets.
If you would ask me who I want to win, it's probably the Jets. Yeah.
For all the non-believers.
To all the non-believers. Especially you, Tom Jackson.
Thank you for having my back, Sean.
That is still the most classic Bart interview.
Yeah.
But yeah. But all right, y'all. Man, we didn't hit him with the sponsors.
I was gonna hit him. I was gonna hit him early.
Yeah.
But we kind of when we had the technical issue the first time around, it kind of threw me off. But I mean, now's we got a time right now.
Kevin,
let's go.
Get some of that True Fusion. Some of that True Fusion. We got the Black Espresso and we got the Super Fusion Latte. So if you like your coffee strong, if you want to just have a base to where you add your cream, your sugar, you go with the Black Espresso here. But if you want a sweet, savory kind of taste, you can go with the Super Fusion Latte. Go to troopfusion.com. That's TROOPFUSION.com. And for those of you that don't know, this is mushroom coffee. Mushroom coffee. So it's healthy and it's good for you.
Okay. Hey man, I don't have that long of a promo, man. Mine is just visit nerdyjerks.com. Nerdyjerks.com, t-shirts, hats, hoodies, socks, all that kind of stuff. But more importantly, like I said last time, the video content for the young student athletes who aren't currently mixed up in the NIL yet. These are the ones who are trying to get to that point, get to college and stuff. So at high schools and junior colleges and stuff, we're putting out the footage for them. So just bouncing around the different schools in the inner city, sometimes on the outskirts of the inner city as well, and just putting some content out there for the gyms that are hard to be seen by folks because they just don't have the resources. So yeah, you look like you're leaning in to say something.
No,
KP.
I saw your highlight, man. I saw some of your highlights from over the weekend, and I don't know if you said it. I was thinking it as you were talking. You also do the junior colleges.
Yeah, I said junior colleges,
Oh, okay,
high schools, and junior colleges.
I was thinking about the one you did for the kid from Compton College.
Oh yeah. Kid's name is John Brown.
Yeah.
And he actually was at the same high school as my daughter last year, which is King Drew Magnet High School, out here in California, Los Angeles, California. And that's actually Willowbrook, if you want to be exact. But yeah, just out here in Cali. But yeah, so he used to go to school with Ari. But it was cool to see him, man. If he gets some more opportunities, I think he'll be able to get some looks from some 4-year universities. So I'm hoping that happens for him.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool.
But yeah, man. Man, let's go ahead and wrap it, man.
We haven't had a chance, and I promise you, we're gonna still talk about that WNBA Rookie of the Year conversation that needs to be had. No, it's still that needs to be had, even though Angel Reese suffered a season-ending wrist injury. That everybody start hitting me up like, "Oh man,
you all right, you all right, man."
Which just to preface the conversation that will be deeper than this, I was saying that I didn't think that she was going to end up winning at this point. I think even if she were still healthy, that Caitlin Clark was going to end up winning Rookie of the Year.
It's a whole that's a whole story and thing going on, especially with the analysts, with Stephen A, with Nancy Lieberman, with Cheryl Swoops.
It seemed like they're trying to take Cheryl Swoops down, man. Like, damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get into that, man. We definitely got to give that some attention. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
But man, appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and what?
KP?
Comment. Okay.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hey, they was wearing bong out with the comments on that Josh Allen situation.
I give him something to talk about. He's reckless.
Oh shit.
He's reckless.
Oh man. But all right, y'all. We out of here, man.
Peace.
All right.